Hello YouTubers, welcome to my new YouTube channel. Well, you can see there's not much to see here, and I've been looking at this screen for about 4 weeks now since I had the intention to start up a YouTube channel on investing in the stock market, personal finance, and technical analysis. Now, I'm Bosisko, and I started investing as a teenager. Okay, I did the usual. Started off with a bank route, got a bank account, and kept saving so much of my money each week. And back in those days, we also had what was known as the baby allowance. Well, I wasn't a baby, I was a teenager, but at least my mom was giving me the money to put into my bank account to save up for my education. And eventually I went into buying Canada savings bonds. Now, the stock market back in those days was kind of foreign to most people, and today, well, anyone is able to have an account to trade stocks. And what a difference from my youth. Now, 40 years later, with some knowledge, decided to start this channel. Now, I've been on YouTube since about 2012, and I often thought about starting a Canadian investing channel. But you know, it seemed like a lot of work, and from my experience over the last 4 weeks, it is a lot of work. But I'm going to persevere. And I know a channel of this type takes a lot of research to create interesting videos. And well, when I started off, I had no clue about making videos. I had a clue about the stock market. So I'm going to make my best efforts to make this a go. So let's start with the branding. I'm going to call this Bosisko Investing. It sounded like a good name at the time, and this is Bosisko is what I use as my nickname on an investing blog, stock market blog on the internet. But I want to make sure that this channel is not about me, so I'm not going to appear here other than by this cartoon figure, because it's more important to be talking about personal finance and investing in the stock market. Now let's get this picture out of the Bosisko branding. It's sort of like I'm being burned in an image here. Okay, that's better. Now I better say off the bat, I'm not an investment advisor. I don't work in the financial sector, never worked for a bank or a mutual fund, and I've never handled anyone's money. I'm an individual investor that traveled the road of hard knocks while investing my money. So take my videos with a grain of salt. I'm only showing you information for your education and entertainment. So always do your due diligence, or speak to an investment advisor, or maybe not. Now, during the end of 2019, I spent a fair bit of time watching YouTube financial markets. At the time, I thought the market was getting a bit overvalued, and I was getting kind of concerned that there would be not a crash in the stock market, but you know, there would be a pullback. So I started watching you know, the news channels on YouTube: CNBC, Yahoo Finance Live, BNN, Business News Network Canada, affiliated with Bloomberg. And like you, the drop in the stock market in March had my full attention. I think I was addicted to the Yahoo Business channel. There was all these comments that the world was coming to the end. And although I was primarily in cash at that time, I was just wondering what is going on. You know, one personality would say one thing and another personality would say another thing, you know. So I find that most of these channels are just basically entertainment. You know, they deal with the doom and gloom of what's happening in the stock market. And I must admit, I was so frightened by all these things by these online personalities. And I really wanted to find out what was going on. How were other YouTubers thinking? Was there a new technical indicator that I should be using? So I kind of thought, there's got to be a channel for Canadian investors. And there were. I started, you know, all of a sudden, I saw that there were all these younger people with their YouTube channels, and they were growing quite quickly. And I found it fascinating. And I started getting that FOMO feeling, the fear of missing out, the thought of missing out, but I wanted a correction to buy stocks, and certainly that March correction gave me stocks that if it was December of 2019, I would have been buying left and right. And the more I watched, the more I became confused. Then, as I say, in March of this year, the YouTube algorithm started suggesting videos of young Canadian YouTubers discussing stocks and the stock market. So I thought that is interesting. And the more I watched, the more I got engaged. So much so that in May 2020 this year, I decided I should start a channel myself. So this is a shout out to you Canadian YouTubers for getting me off the couch and onto YouTube. So as you can see, the channel is going to be branded the Canadian channel. And I hope this is a fun channel. I don't want to be so serious as well. I'm not going to be a comedian, but not being really serious. So we will be focusing on I will be focusing on Canadian stocks, and I hope you focus as well. And okay, so I hope it makes you happy to watch these videos, because I rarely buy stocks on foreign exchanges. And as I say, the focus will be on investing, personal finance, and technical analysis, with a lot of technical analysis as a tool. It's a tool that helps me in deciding when to buy or sell. And I hope that you will use your own set of technical tools in your investing. I want to get you thinking about it, because I think it is useful for you to see how one individual makes decisions. And I hope this leads you to use your own set of technical tools, which may be entirely different from what I use. And of course, before using technical analysis, there is the process of using fundamental analysis. And I will be looking at that as well. Now, just because I invest in stocks on the Canadian exchanges, that does not mean my channel is only for Canadians. Most of the stocks that I'll be dealing with are very large Canadian multinational companies. And they certainly, I believe most of them that I will be discussing also will trade on the United States exchanges. So everyone is welcome here. And I'm sure that anyone that's outside of Canada will be happy to hear that, because the US markets are the main markets throughout the world that people are focused on. So the channel's just not for Canadian investors. And for now, I will be doing my best to provide a weekly video on Saturdays. I still have a lot to learn to make these videos on YouTube. And but I might surprise you with videos midweek, as these markets are so volatile. So fingers crossed, I will try to make some short ones midweek to get the hang of things. I am sure that it would be a great way to get feedback from you in the comment sections. I want the channel to be a two-way format. My goal is to provide you with what you want to see rather than me telling you what I think. Your opinions and comments matter. I'm always learning. There is still so much to know with the markets, and I hope to learn from you, the younger generation. These are exciting times, and every day I want to learn something new, especially now with doing these videos. So, in conclusion, I want to thank you. Well, I think I've said enough. So, thank you for taking the time to watch my video to the end. Or maybe you just skipped ahead to see how this ended. I realize there are a number of Canadians creating YouTube market videos. So the competition for your time is real. And that will be a challenge for me to get you to come along on this journey with me. Okay. I guess this is where the YouTubers will ask you to like, comment, click notifications, and subscribe. Now, I don't even know if these will show up on the first video, so I still got some more learning to do on this whole YouTube channel. But I do have, well, I guess I have to put them somehow on the video. I think I have to do thumbnails. Oh well, if they're there, please go ahead and click. If not, I hope you do on the next video I post. So again, thank you for watching, and the best of goodbyes, because I know this is a kind of a brief introduction. I haven't introduced you to any particular stocks that I'm following. In the future videos I will. And I guess if I can get 100 subscribers in the next couple of months, I'd be really pretty ecstatic, I guess. Like any YouTuber, I want to get a small community of like-minded followers. Now, just a final thought. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. So, wishing you getting the best out of your life today and tomorrow. I certainly feel it's a great time and opportunity to be investing. Again, thank you, and until we meet in the next video.